Hello, Marketing 353. My name is Anton Reagan.
I'm Kevin Regal.
And I'm Kevin Vascones.
And today we will be discussing podcasts as a form of digital content marketing. Additionally, we will discuss the history and rise of the podcast format and how podcasts can help marketers in the 21st century. Finally, we will make a business recommendation for the podcast hosting service that offers the greatest value to consumers. So, what is a podcast? A podcast is a digital recording where one or more hosts tells a story, presents information, or discusses a variety of topics. Podcasts are a great way for companies to promote products and services through influencers or recognizable figures similar to celebrities in the podcast space. Additionally, podcasts are a great way for businesses and individuals to develop their personal brand and engage with their audience. Podcasts as we know them began in the early 2000s when people realized they could harness the power of the internet to literally speak to the world. The term podcast was coined in 2004 by Ben Hammersley, a contributor to The Guardian. In 2014, podcasting exploded in popularity after Sarah Koenig made a wildly successful podcast titled Serial, in which she investigated a previously closed murder case. In 2017, there are hundreds of thousands of podcasts available for people to listen to. Podcasts have begun to fill a role traditionally occupied by radio in our daily commutes as well as in the workplace.
If a business or individual is interested in starting their own podcast, there are many ways they could go about doing it. The most popular way is by using podcast hosting services such as Hipcast, Libsyn, and Podbean. These services provide many or all of the tools needed to record, edit, and publish a podcast. The second way to creating a podcast is by investing in recording, editing, and publishing equipment. This can be very costly and prohibitive to people interested in entering the podcast space. Next, we will discuss and compare each of these three podcast hosting services and what they could do for their customers. The first of the three services is Hipcast. Hipcast is a podcast hosting service that provides many unique tools to ensure the success of its users. These tools include a 7-day free trial, 4 gigabytes of storage per month, and the ability to publish podcasts straight to iTunes. Additionally, it allows premium users to collect data and statistics on their audience. Hipcast is the most affordable service at only $20 a month. The second service is Libsyn. Libsyn is the market leader of podcast hosting services and provides the most tools to ensure its user success. These tools include a custom mobile app for podcast hosts, a podcast landing webpage, and the ability to collect data and statistics on their listeners. Although it provides many tools to its users, Libsyn is the most expensive service at $40 a month. And it also provides the smallest amount of monthly storage at 800 megabytes per month. Lastly, the third service is Podbean. Podbean provides an unlimited amount of storage at only $30 a month, and it is perfect for podcast hosts who are ready to publish large amounts of content. Podbean gives its users a custom website. It is iPhone and Android compatible and gives its users the ability to collect data and statistics on their audience. Podcasts are a form of content marketing that appeals to businesses as well as individuals. These are very different consumers with different resources and needs. With this in mind, we have one recommendation for each category of consumer. For businesses look to enter the podcast market, we recommend Libsyn. Libsyn is the most powerful podcast hosting service and provides the most tools to ensure its user success. It's also the most expensive service, averaging $40 a month, with packages going as high as $75 a month before any add-ons. For individuals or hobbyists interested in creating their own podcast, we recommend Podbean. Podbean provides a lot of value to its customers at a reasonable price point. The biggest reason we recommend Podbean is because it offers unlimited monthly storage, so users know exactly what they are getting without being charged overcharges or additional storage space.
Now that we have discussed these marketing technology brands, we must ask ourselves, what have we learned from this experience? Leading up to this project, our primary expectation was that we would simply learn more about these marketing technologies and how applicable they would be within the marketing field. As a group, we worked well together. Aside from scheduling conflicts, we all handled our shares of the work independently, making sure to meet deadlines our group leader Anton had set for us. Prior to beginning our research, we would have benefited from setting a few key points of comparison between the brands. Clarification as to the allotted budget, the intended usage, and any specific desired features would allow us to better compare the brands for a specific user. While none of us intend to work in podcasting, the skills developed through this project will certainly benefit us in our future careers. Specifically, the ability to discern whether independent reviews were objective or not, as well as how to operate well remotely within a group setting will surely aid us regardless of where our career paths take us. In closing, podcasts are an effective tool that marketers use to promote products, reach specific audiences, and perform brand development. Our recommendation for the most effective podcast hosting service is Libsyn. Libsyn is the market leader in the podcast hosting sphere and provides the most powerful tools to ensure its users' success. This project has strengthened our ability to complete tasks with deadlines and under pressure. Additionally, we learned a lot about content marketing as it relates to podcasts and digital technologies. Thank you for watching, and now would be a great time to grab a snack and take a quick study break before moving on to the next presentation. See you soon!